Hey everyone, Peter Parker here, and it's come to my attention that there's a Nightwing film in the works, just announced, and people are already going crazy about it. Except me, of course. Not just because I think this is a terrible idea, but it's a terrible idea. I hate to be the down person, the one I want to be that guy, but this is a pretty bad idea. This might be one of DC's worst ideas yet, and I thought Suicide Squad was bad, and it is, but I'm going to tell you why this is a bad idea. First reason, they haven't established Batman yet. We barely got enough time in Gotham City and Batman's world. Now they're going to announce a film about one of his first sidekicks, essentially a Robin. The last time anyone saw Robin was in Batman and Robin, 1995 or 97, one of those years, and it was awful. So you got to take all that into consideration before you start announcing numerous projects when you can't even get a Flash movie with a good director or writer. Ben Affleck dropped out of the director position from the Batman film. They can't even get an Aquaman film off the ground. Wonder Woman's probably going to be a mess. They can't even get 2 movies with Superman in there without killing him off. They can't even get their core heroes down and established. How in the world are they going to make a freaking film about a sidekick character who's basically connected to Batman? He won't work without Batman. So you need to establish that universe first before we start announcing Robin or, I don't know, Red Robin, Damian Wayne, stuff like that, you know? Things that are connected to the Batman universe, because one thing I kind of wish happened in Suicide Squad was I wish that they had established a flashback with Joker killing Jason Todd so we can establish what the hell happened in the past to make Batman so crazy and Batman v Superman. He's killing everybody in that movie. You got a freaking crazy ass Batman running around, killing everybody in sight, almost kills Superman. They're also in their best pals. Now you're making a Nightwing film? No. No. Take a few steps back, DC. Take a few steps back, take a deep breath, and think about what you're doing. Because 6 out of 10 people on the street ain't gonna know what hell Nightwing is. You need to establish these characters properly. I don't want to compare it to Marvel, but Marvel has earned making a Guardians of the Galaxy film, good or bad. They've earned it because they've established all these characters like 5 movies in the past, like Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Our Incredible Hulk, Captain America, Thor. They've established these characters, introduced more characters like Black Widow and Hawkeye in the earlier films leading up to the Avengers. You got just this weak team going to Justice League. No Superman, no Green Lantern. They really established. They threw Wonder Woman to the Batman v Superman. They couldn't even establish Batman and Superman's rivalry and their difference in morals. Before you just randomly throw them together, kill Superman off, and now you're going to make a Nightwing film and expect the general audience to actually know who this guy is? Unless you've been reading comics or watched the animated series, you're not going to know who this kid is. So the whole movie is going to basically be an origin story that no one wants to see because half the audience is going to know what this guy is. You can't sell a Nightwing film without Batman. So it's going to be Batman with Nightwing. You need to make an Under the Red Hood film, and then you put Nightwing in there. Or if they'd done a Suicide Squad properly, they should have had Nightwing in that film so Batman and Nightwing could take down the Suicide Squad. Since half of that rogues gallery is his enemies. So I don't want to be, I'm sorry to be a downer in my life. I'm just trying to be realistic. You can't sell a Nightwing film to a general audience. Expect them to know who he is. It's not going to work. Not this early. It's not going to work. Sorry to say it, but it's not going to work. I don't care how many people are jumping up and down right now because it's been announced, but it's not going to work. It's a cool idea, but thinking it through? No. It's way too soon for this. They need to establish, like I said, they need to establish the Flash, Aquaman, all these characters need to be established. They need to establish the Batman universe that they're going for. And what happened to Jim Gordon? What happened to Jason Todd? Where is Dick Grayson? Where is Barbara Gordon? Is Tim Drake alive? Is he Robin now? Does Talia al Ghul exist in this universe? Stuff like that they need to establish. They need to lay down the foundation properly. Stop jumping around and stop announcing all these stupid movies. Half of them don't even have writers or directors. How about you actually make your movies, have them be in production, and then you announce stuff so people don't get upset when it gets canceled. Like the Flash movie has already lost how many directors now? Aquaman movie, I don't know what's going on with that. Probably never going to happen, but like, you see what I'm saying? This is what happens when you just go crazy because they want to get ahead of Marvel by announcing all these side story movies about sidekicks because the general audience is going to rush to the theater to see a movie about a former Robin. Mind you, like I said, the last time anyone saw Robin was Batman and Robin. Chris O'Donnell, 1997. Mr. Freeze and the Freeze jokes and Ivy and stupid Bane. Yeah. You ever think that movie, after that movie, it doesn't matter how many years have passed, as soon as people remember this guy was Robin, they're going to think about that movie. I'm saying you need to get good writers like Paul Dini or whoever, someone from the animated series, to work on the script, make sure it's good. Don't just throw it together and then just, like they with Suicide Squad and Batman Superman, hyped it up for years. Don't hype it up for years like this, like Batman and Superman, then have it be a piece of crap. Like I said, if they had just thought ahead of the game and done a Jason Todd flashback in Suicide Squad, Joker killing Jason Todd, Batman going after Joker, have that be your story instead of this, we gotta have these characters with no powers go after a superpowered person somehow. A chick with a bat and gotta shoot things. A reptile guy and a dude that goes on fire like the friggin' Human Torch. Has to be the stupidest premise I've ever heard of. This is what happens though when you don't establish anything. I mean, they barely had 2 films. They kill Superman off, and then they make a movie about supervillains. Yeah. And now their big plan, clearly to try and get the DC Universe back on track, is to make a Nightwing film. I know it says it's in the works, but like, people are already jumping up and down about this, and I'm like, what are you getting excited about? They can't even get a damn Batman movie on the table yet. All this drama with Ben Affleck. Is he directing? Is he producing? Is he still in the film? All this stuff going on with him. And now they're making a Nightwing film. And haven't established who this Batman is. Because as of now, he's just the Punisher with batarangs. That's not Batman. Sorry, it's not Batman. I mean, like, we're on the street, this Matt Reeves guy that's going to direct the Batman movie. Like, let's let the Batman movie come out first. See how that does. Establish Nightwing in that film. Then, if you have to, make his own movie. Don't just say, "Oh, we're gonna make a Nightwing film," and have it be like Battle for the Cowl or something. Something that shouldn't take place for years down the line. Get what I'm saying? Like, it's so rushed. It's so sloppy. It's rushed. Not to mention stupid, considering what their track record is so far. It's like, what are you doing, DC? That's why no one wants to watch your movies. Because you do stupid things like this. You announce a Black Adam film like 10 years earlier, and it's not coming out for like another 2 years. You announce that. You announce Shazam. You announce an Aquaman film. Still not on the ground at all. Haven't seen any pictures or footage or nothing. Flash movie can't even get a director. You can't even have 2 movies with Superman without killing them off. Wasted Doomsday. Have all these stupid flash forwards that should be happening after credit sequences that take away from character development and establishing these characters. It's a mess. Nightwing movie is not going to work, people. It's not going to work. I'm telling you straight, it's not going to work. It might sound like a good idea on paper, but in the long run, no. It's not going to work. I already said like multiple reasons why it won't work. If DC is smart, they'll reconsider this because general audience isn't going to know what this guy is. They're not. And like outside of comic book people, the general audience isn't going to know who this guy is. God. Like, see what I'm saying? Like, just tell it to you straight, people. Not going to work. So you tell the audience what is going on in this universe. Nightwing, it's not going to work. You can't make a good Batman Superman movie. I don't know where they're going to make a movie about a sidekick. They can do it in animation, but in live action, for some reason, always falls apart. So yeah, they need to like take a step back before planning all this stuff out. And half of it's not even going to get it done. It's not going to get done. I mean, Justice League looks absolutely terrible. Wonder Woman looks like trash. Superman is dead. And Batman's a psychopath. Well, even bigger psychopath. That clearly has no morals. So, think about it. Suicide Squad, Batman was in there for what? Maybe 5 minutes? A bunch of flashback scenes. Should have been the whole damn movie. Should have had a couple scenes with him and the Joker to establish their particular relationship. And they got that Joker's got these things on his teeth. How did he get those? I'm guessing Batman did it. But are you going to show me how he got them? No. Because I'd rather have a bunch of villains fight superpowered things or whatever. It's a stupid movie. I'm like, Like think about the Arkham games. You got Robin and Nightwing in there very briefly, but those games, even the games, don't even focus on the sidekicks at all. Treat them like Batman treats them like trash. So like, they can't even get the sidekicks right in the games. You can't make a movie about them expecting to go right. It's hysterical to think that people are already going crazy about this. I know a couple of YouTubers that are actually going to be like beyond excited. You're going to be blinded by their fanboy, admiration of the characters and all that, without thinking it through and being realistic about it. Because no, wait, not Batman and Robin. Apparently, Robin was in The Dark Knight Rises. It might have been one of the worst Batman films I've ever seen in my life. Not just because Batman was barely in the film, but because Batman's barely in the film. He spent, 10 years crying like a little girl over one person he couldn't save. And thinks that just because the Joker's gone, that crime is not going to, he's going to stop in Gotham City. Gotham City. He became Batman to stop crime in the city. But that's another discussion. But Nightwing, not going to work. It's not going to work. And you can keep doing your Bat in the Sun videos. Those are fun videos. Seeing Nightwing in that, like a fighting thing, that's cool. Like in a movie, it can't work until you lay your foundation of what's going on in this Batman movie universe. Because Nightwing will not work without Batman. Harley Quinn does not work without the Joker. Her origin is tied to the Joker, literally. Nightwing is a former Robin. His origin will not work without Batman. It's that simple. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say this is a stupid idea. It's going to blow up in the face. They need to wait until the Batman film comes out. Wait till see what their reaction is. If it's actually good, unlike the last couple of DC movies outside of Man of Steel, this might be the only decent film in the DC movies. Wait until you get the good response or bad response, and then plan your psychic movies in between or whatever. Make your Flash movie, make your Aquaman film, make your Wonder Woman movie, establish the Trinity, establish Justice League movies, establish Green Lantern. Doesn't matter which one it is, 100 Green Lanterns out there. My preference would be Jon Stewart from the cartoons, of course. But establish your heroes and then make your psychic movies. It's not the popular opinion, of course, but it's realistic. It's the only thing that really makes sense when you really think about it. Getting all excited isn't going to help anyone. It's going to make it look gullible. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Terrible idea. It's going to blow up in their face, but I'm excited, but at the same time, I'm taking a step back, being a little more objective. I'm not going to let my fanboy stuff of comics cloud my judgment. You know what I'm saying? Right? It's just as stupid as them saying they're going to make a Gotham City Sirens movie. It's the same exact thing as Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad was terrible. So what in the world makes you think a Sirens movie is going to work? Instead of just a team, it's going to be all girls. Have you seen the last Ghostbusters movie? Because I didn't. And it bombed at the box office. Sony lost how much money making that film? Is DC really prepared to make that kind of sacrifice again? I mean, people ridicule Batman v Superman. So, they need to, reestablish themselves properly and think about the projects they announce to the public. This is either going to sink their ship or get them back on track. As of this moment, with their track record, I'm thinking it's going to sink the ship. But it's yet to be seen.